Hello everybody, this is Baron, back with another video. And today I'll be playing the Demogorgon at rank 5. So let's see how it goes. This pause here isn't anything to be worried about, I just checked something real quick. So I'm going to start placing my portals. And you might have noticed in the last video I had play with your food. Well, recently I got discordance out of the blood web, so I'm using that now. I'm placing my portals for a while until discordance finally pops, so I can rush over to that generator real quick, hopefully get a good smack. As you can see here, she was cleansing a totem, and I didn't much notice that there was a pallet right there until it was too late. I went ahead and dropped that chase because I knew there was more than one survivor on this generator at one point. So I come back over here, and since I know these survivors are probably going to come back to that generator anytime soon, well, sometime soon, I go ahead and put a portal down, making it easy to get back there whenever they start double teaming on it again. As you can see here, I'm on the trail of a survivor. This one has found my ruin. I'm not very happy about that. As you can see, that body block was just so I could go ahead and see if he was my obsession or not, which he was not. So I got my first stack of save the best. But here, I end up smacking my obsession out of ignorance. So since that's my obsession, I go ahead and drop her chase so I can get a smack on a non-obsession survivor. She makes it really easy to get this first down of the game because she runs right back in front of me. She should have knew better than me vaulting a pallet to get to her. As you can see, the guy who was on that ruin obviously went back for it and went ahead and cleansed it, but that doesn't matter in the long run. Now I'm checking to see if any survivors have gone past the portal I had activated, but it seems like none have. I teleport to this gen, just to go ahead and activate it. We can see my obsession here. I go ahead and go for that so I can just get the pallet out of the way with the shred. Now with my obsession down, I can go ahead and get her on her first hook. Getting the obsessions hooked as much as I can before killing her makes it really easy for me to secure my save the best for last. Because once I get it to 8 stacks, I don't want to go and accidentally hit her. As you can see, I tried to teleport to the portal, but I'm way too late. Come over here. Wow, this generator is almost done. Hey, Bill. I don't even remember hitting this guy. That was the stupidest hit ever. But you'll see later. That probably should not have registered as a hit, but you know, it's Dead by Daylight. You can see they finally get their first generator done after 2-3 hooks, maybe? I'm not quite sure. I didn't pay attention. Went ahead and checked for any survivors on my portals. And I realized I never kicked that generator that Bill was on. So let's go back over there. If only I had Pop Goes the Weasel. As you can see, they started double teaming a gen. So I head for the nearest portal to get over to it quickly without alerting them, other than the brrring sound they hear, or whatever they hear. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and chase my obsession here, but I miss my shred. I quickly drop my obsessions chase for this Mia so I can gain stacks. For some reason, she decided to go through the window that led to killer basement stairs, and here I I lose her because I'm a bumbling idiot. But I do find the other Nia and a Bill. I'll go ahead and drop all of their chases, except the Bills, I guess. And go back to smack the generator. I just saw a survivor, so I'm gonna... I know slugging a Bill isn't the best idea, since he's most likely to have Unbreakable. But I recently had him on a hook, so I didn't feel like being that guy. Even though that's the whole objective of the game, I still try to make it as fun as possible for the survivors. So let's see, they get their second generator done. We go ahead and stand here for a while until this Nia ends up screwing up one way or another. Making that a quick down. I go ahead and take her to a hook real quick, and I see them on a discordance went and popped. So I think I'm gonna get a portal down, but I get it done just in time for me to not be able to. Now, whoever just went up here is a Nia, so there's a good chance she has balanced landing. It appears she did. And then I go the wrong way, but it doesn't. As you can see, she just vaulted the window, so easily find her again. Most of the hits I've gotten through windows have actually been complete bullcrap. I'm not quite sure where my obsession went, because I'm not very attentive anyway. Looks like she had gotten into a locker with Quick and Quiet, but it appears that's not what happened. Now I'm just checking if anybody's been near portals, since I dropped both of my chases. Go ahead and damage a generator. And there we go, we see someone on a portal. Let's get to it as quick as we can. That was easy. Let's go ahead and put her on a hook. Looks like that's Nia's first time on the hook. With 3 Nias in the game, it's kind of hard to differentiate. Well, I mean, one does have blue hair, but I didn't hit her there. I'm not quite sure why I didn't hit her there, but hold on. Go ahead and get her before she can get to a pallet. We'll see a hook's right next to us. So let's go ahead and put her on this hook real quick. Looks like that was that Nia's last time on the hook. There's the first sacrifice. Oh, it's my obsession. How fun. Looks like they only have 1 generator left. That Bill was doing some awesome work while I was in chases. Now we see that she's over at this pallet. So I tried to get a mind game off. But she knew what I was doing. And you heard that heartbeat, so that means someone was on near a portal. So I come over here to try to smack some people and get it over with. Baited out that Bill's dead hard, pretty hard. So I'm gonna continue chasing him to get him on the hook real quick. Tries to get a pallet stun off, but he just misses. Seems like this Bill isn't up for any mind games today. Now he's over here, where I know there's no pallets. Now he's seen one of my portals. I'm not even sure if that one's activated though, because I don't think there was even a need to come over to this generator yet. Yes, it was. 2 of my portals were cleansed. So I swiftly come back over here and replace the one that they just cleansed, knowing well that she's probably gonna go back for the hook save. But I don't teleport back. But I catch her off guard anyway. I'm not quite sure if that notification was using diversion or not, but I didn't bother checking because I figured it probably was. Now the reason I went and used my shred there was because I thought that the window had spawned rather than the door, so I was expecting her to try to running volt it. Now we see her at this pallet, which I'm kind of confused why she didn't drop right at the start. And now she's kind of screwed herself by trying to get to... She tried to juke me out by getting super close to me. But as you can see, that didn't work out. Now we're just taking her back to this hook. I'm really glad there wasn't a survivor there, because if I would have gotten pallets done, I would have been kind of salty. See somebody over by that generator, so we go ahead and try to cut them off. I don't think Bill is very immersed on this map, if you ask me. That would have been a nice hit if I would have gotten him. I don't quite know what Bill was doing, saving his teammate right in front of me, but I might as well get the down. Try to get the down. I decide that it's not worth trying to get the other down, since Bill was probably running unbreakable, since why else would you play Bill? So we see someone's on my portal, well, on the generator. So I go ahead and teleport to the nearby portal. My add-ons make travel between portals very quick. Ah, it's my obsession yet again. Hoping I can finish this chase real quick. And my portals are cleansed. So I decided I'm gonna see her go ahead and go for those vaults and see if we can get a good shred off. And as soon as I saw her go for that window, I knew what was happening. Now, I know this Nia has balanced landing, as we saw before. What actually ends up happening here is I'm a dunce, and I end up letting her wiggle off, because I'm thinking there's a hole there, and I don't go for the simpler hooks, which will be right behind me. There's literally a hook. As you can see, she wiggled off, so that wasn't very successful. She tries to take me back up here, and I know, as you can see there, I could have walked out that little walkway to get onto her real easy. And this chase has been drug out pretty long now, so I probably should have dropped it by now. As we can see, the final gen gets popped, and as expected, she has adrenaline. So I find it not very worth it to go after her. After that, I go to this exit gate because I know this was the generator that was just completed. So where else would that Nia be? She tries to run me around a bit, tries to get me to miss an attack, but it's to no avail. With a hook right here makes it super easy. This is where barbecue and chili comes in clutch. With all the generators done, Obviously, the other Nia knew where Hatch was. So, Barbecue and Chili told me exactly where it was. And Killer always gets advantage when it comes to the Hatch. And at this point, the Nia's just given up, as we can see here. Now, I was just gonna hook her, and then I decide, no, I'll probably just let her have the exit gate, but she continues to wiggle after I shake my head no and walk past a hook. So, might as well. Now you may be asking, well, why would you close the hatch if you were gonna let her escape? Well, the answer to that is, blood points. I love blood points. Now, this might look like BM to a lot of you, but I just really like the sound that the Demogorgon makes whenever he yells. I was kind of surprised I didn't get a Merciless here, given the fact that I had a perfect game. Yep, that's a perfect game, alright. 64,000. If only I had a Survivor pudding. Well, that about does it for this video, guys. See you next time.